Welcome back, everyone. Here's another video of the TOA live stream series. This is actually a recent live stream that I'm splitting up into 3 parts to make the videos a little bit smaller because the stream was pretty long. So this first part, you're going to see some refactoring we did to change the toolbar of the TOA app to use one of the toolbar components from the Material 3 Jetpack Compose library, and I think it looks a lot nicer. Stick around to the end to see what it looks like. Hope everyone is having a good week so far. I'm having a great week. I'm excited to be back. Shout out everyone in chat already. Trax, Quicksilver, Matt, welcome. Happy Wednesday. It is Wednesday, my dudes. I need to set up a Stream Deck action for that. I was playing around with the stream setup today. I have a funny thing added to the stream overlay. I think I'll wait till something happens to share it, or maybe I'll just share what I did for the regulars who are here. Nah, we'll wait. I added something funny I can do next time I have a build like fail or app crash or something like that. I'll just save it. But in a bad way, my kids upset me before they went to sleep, so I stole their Kinder eggs. Oh no. Well, I hope you enjoy the eggs at least, so they're not wasted. What do I want to talk about today? I think we're going to work on, oops, I don't even have it running. I think we're going to work on the TOA app today. I had a couple ideas for this. The aspect ratio is a bit wide. That's kind of like on purpose because I don't have the exact same aspect ratio on the laptop as what's output. And so I had the choice of like, ideally, what I would do in like a real streamer scenario is I would have a separate box, and then like I could have like my video and chat on like the peripherals on like the outside of the stream. But I decided I was just going to fill the space and then like stretch the screen a little bit so I didn't have any black bars. And it honestly works out fine, especially for like coding, to see like longer lines. Like, yeah, it's not perfect, but it's kind of done on purpose. Hey, Asker. So we can work on this app today. I had a couple ideas of some stuff that I want to do. I also want to make a plug though for this Android app template. If y'all have never seen it or aren't familiar with it, exclamation point template in chat, I think. Yeah. So I made this a while ago. Oh my god, like a year ago apparently, was when, or it just says last year. Let's see, what's the date? Oh, okay. Oh my god, October of 2021. Crazy. But it's a template repo that has like, it's similar to if you fired up Android Studio and clicked new app template, except this has some additional stuff included in it, like automatically has some GitHub Actions set up, KT-lint, detect, and I try to keep this updated ideally I do it once a month, but every month or two I make sure all the versions are up to date, especially when there are like big Compose releases. And so that's something I did recently, is updating it to use the Compose book of materials as well as Gradle version catalogs. And recently made some changes. So the KT-Link Gradle plugin that I've been using is kind of going into maintenance mode. The developers are looking for people to help, so if that's something you're interested in, definitely look into that. But I wanted to have like a more modern maintained KT-Lint plugin, so I just changed that, I think yesterday. Yeah, I literally just did that yesterday, to this new tool called Kotlinter, which is, Kotlinter. Which for all intents and purposes that I use this stuff is exactly the same. The name of the Gradle tasks are a little different, but it has like 2 helpful tasks, which are like, where are they at? Around here. But there's 2 tasks like lint Kotlin and format Kotlin, which are like, one is to just check the formatting, the other one will actually fix it. I haven't used this in the TOA app. We definitely could consider switching over, but I just wanted to share that as like a fun, interesting library that I learned about, and that's what the app template is using now. I think this template app is great. I've used it a couple times since then because I'm always starting new projects to dive into something specific. I literally just started doing it again earlier this week on like a completely different thing that I just wanted to play around with. Um, I want to maybe I'll do some of this on stream one day. Maybe tonight will be that day. Um, I wanted to play around with more stuff with like the what's the word for this? Responsive app design. And so like building an app that works well on a phone and a tablet and like in all these different form factors. And yeah, that's something I want to do. So I made a new project where I'm like just hard coding a bunch of UI to look at that. There's a really cool Google sample app that we can look at that does some of this, uh, which is really cool. I can actually, I could share it, but maybe we'll just save that for the future. Also, what's another point of business now that we've been talking about it? I am working through the backlog of YouTube videos, so if you're not subscribed over on YouTube, please do. We recently passed 2,000 subscribers on the YouTube channel, which is insane, which is double what we have here on Twitch, which is insane that Twitch even has 1,000 people who are following the channel. Unbelievable. Um, but I've been working on getting the stream recordings up, and something I've started doing is every time I'm behind on stream recordings, I end up like putting them like several days in a row. And what I'm going to try doing instead, especially now that I stream twice a week, is I'm going to try to upload a stream recording every Monday. And I figure with like the slight inconsistencies in when I stream and like getting through this backlog, I should be able to like consistently have something out like every Monday. Um, and like work back from that. So it won't always be like as quick. That's kind of the current plan. If I find that like I have too many like recorded backlogs, maybe I'll change that. But that's what I'm gonna try to go for right now. Yeah. So I don't really have a uh words. A thing that I'm trying to do to, by the way, if you guys apply to any meetups this year, plan to go to specific ones, ask because I need to check the company if they could sponsor some trips. Uh, I have been considering my DroidCon plans for this year. I have three potential that are on my list personally. New York, obviously, because I live here. I would like to go to DroidCon San Francisco, and I would like to do DroidCon Berlin. None of those are confirmed, by the way, so don't quote me on being there. But those are the ones that are like on my radar that I am going to attempt to attend this year. Both San Francisco and Berlin, their call for papers is open now. Berlin's open this morning, so definitely go check that out if you're interested. Um, Speakers get to attend for free, and if you need help, DroidCon has some budget that could help speakers attend, stuff like that. So definitely check out DroidCon San Francisco and Berlin. Um, yeah, so I thought of Berlin because I wanted to. I can't go to as many conferences as I would like to because I'm getting married this year, so I have to watch the money. But then I was like, so if I'm gonna splurge on a DroidCon that I normally wouldn't, I feel like it's got to be Berlin because it's like the original, one of the biggest. I've never been there, and it actually falls on a week that I have off of work anyways, so that would be really cool. So hopefully I can make that happen. Like I said, it's not confirmed, but those are the ones that I'm considering. Oh, and thank you, Asker. Yeah, that'll be in November. So this year we'll be busy with wedding planning. It's like going to start very soon because a lot of stuff that we did a lot of stuff already of things that like we needed to book ahead of time. Um, but then there are some things we can't do until it gets closer, and so we're just kind of like in that limbo stage right now. And even if I can't go to Berlin, that doesn't mean you shouldn't go. I've heard it's a great time, so you should try your best. Um, DroidCon is in September, so it gives me some wiggle room. The wedding's in November, so I've got like 2 months difference there. Um, So what do we want to do? Let's go look at like the issues for this project and see if there's something. I think I decided I don't actually want to do this. Maybe I'll revisit it later, but um, okay, we can mark this as done. I didn't realize I had an issue for that, but that's done. Um, we've done some paparazzi tests, so I guess I can kind of close that, but this is one that I had considered working on, providing a way to view past incomplete tasks. Um, hmm. We did some stuff with user preference for number of tasks to schedule a day. I don't know, are there any features or broader concepts that y'all are interested in doing tonight? Another one I had is, so this is like kind of a custom toolbar that we built ourselves, but I was considering like just using like a regular Material 3 toolbar and instead of these navigation buttons, replacing it with like, it would just have like the day name and then we could put like a little calendar icon. And when you click the calendar icon, it would allow you to select a new day like this. That was an idea I had. Because it is kind of nice that this is like its own customized toolbar, but at the same time, it bothers me that it's not like a typical Material 3 component, if that makes sense. So we'd really just be changing a toolbar for the sake of having fun and changing a toolbar. Hey Swoop, hope you're having a great day. Let's play around with it and see how we feel about it. So I'm gonna go down that rabbit hole real quick. So I'm gonna screenshot this for what it's worth and say like current toolbar UI. We'll throw that on our desktop. And let's make a new branch. And let's call this Material 3 Toolbar. Okay. So let's replace our toolbar, which thankfully with the way this project is organized shouldn't be that complicated. So if we go into main activity, we've got a surface, and that shows in this TOA nav host. Is this it? Oh, because it's probably on task list screen. Okay, yeah, this toolbar is part of task list screen. And we put in this scaffold. And then we put in toolbar and dialog. Task list toolbar. So this is what we would replace. This is the whole thing. Okay. So what I'm going to do really quick is I'm going to copy all this code real quick. Now let's put that in a new file really quick and let's call it like, let's put it in here. Task list toolbar. And delete this other one. Okay. And what I'm thinking we can do is, well, we have Git, so I don't even need to worry about this. Let's delete all of this. Um, we'll get rid of these left and right button clicked functions. And we'll just have a title and we'll have on calendar icon clicked. And so what we could do here is we can do. So let's go look at Material 3 toolbars real quick. Because there's a couple options we have in that there's this like center aligned one, and then we've also got like small, medium, large, which really we'd be choosing between these two. And I'm kind of leaning toward like the center aligned top bar, I think. That would be what I would go for. So let's do that real quick. So let's do center aligned top bar. I probably think I have to opt in to this. Yeah. Title. So here we'll just do text. Uh, is the title that we pass in. And then we would have actions. We also need this to consume a modifier. And so actions, we would do, I guess we'd do an icon button. On click would be on calendar icon clicked. And then here we would do an icon, icon dot default dot, uh, I'm gonna have to look at what date range is probably wrong. I'm gonna have to look at the icons, but and then our content description could be something like change date. Um, let's see what this looks like. Let's add a preview for this. Why not? Um, why are you yelling at me? This is a whole thing. This is one of my lint rules. Uh, and then would we put task list toolbar? Let's see what this preview looks like. I'm not sure if I'm using. Oh, well, one thing is this is now unnecessary. Um, let's get rid of those. This goes all the way up the chain as functions that are no longer necessary. You know what I'm going to do? Before I go down this rabbit hole of if I even want to do all this, we'll just leave them as like unused for right now. Okay, that actually looks not bad. Um, okay. I'm not sure that that was like the date I was, or the icon I was looking for, but it's not bad. All right, so let's take a screenshot here, and we'll say new toolbar. So then, if we go over here really quick, so um, what do y'all think, chat? Which toolbar do you like better? Um, I did kind of like One thing I appreciated about the left hand side was like the added bit of color and like the differentiation from the rest of the UI, which is definitely something we could play around with. Let's see if we can play around with that. So center line top app bar. Let's look at what properties this takes. So we can change the container color. Um, you like the green toolbar, but you also like the icon. Okay, so what if we did... Okay, so what if we did something like colors would be um, container color could be like secondary container. Also, one thing I'm uh, one second. I'm noticing that we still have the. Oh, do I not have it? Okay. My autocomplete is still showing like the old material dependencies, and I'm not sure what's up with that. But so yeah, let's try using a toolbar with the secondary color. Okay, so then we get something like this. Oh, we get something like this. So it's not the same green. It's not as bright. Um, but I don't hate this either. In fact, like maybe this is close to my favorite. It's like not now that I'm looking at them side by side, like I appreciate that it's less jarring. You know what I mean? Um, so something else we can do is I'm gonna hide my webcam really quick so you can see the whole thing. And so then what we can also do, what I always like to do in these, is play around with like a different colored background. So let's try like if we use like a blue uh, wallpaper, which honestly, this wallpaper looks kind of clean. I might go back and favorite that. So here's what it looks with like the blue theme. I do like this a lot. I'm glad we went down this rabbit hole because this feels super clean. This feels really nice. I mean, I love blue tints. Oh, weird that my keyboard is still green. Okay, Android. Um, but all right, let's run with it. So let's bring my webcam back. I know y'all miss me. So say changing to a material 3. Um, we'll push that, but then we do need to go back then and actually get rid of those unused lock and unlock fixes the keyboard. That that doesn't bother me. It is what it is. Classic Android. What can we do about it, you know? All right, so let's get rid of those, which then means get rid of these, which then means get rid of these. Maybe instead of toolbar and dialog, we'll just have like, yeah, no, we can leave that. That actually describes what that function's doing, so that's good. All right, let's see if I removed everything. Hey, Alfred, how are you? Oh, I was supposed to say that I'm supposed to be sad if my build doesn't compile, so Alright, I had to show y'all that Easter egg. But I'm sure there will come a time when I actually need to use that. Alright, I think that actually fixes everything. That looks good. Actually, let's look at task list screen really quick. God dang it. Not that. So then the view model, these are irrelevant now. On previous, this probably means need to update some tests. On previous date button clicked, yeah, we need to update a bunch of these. Oh, wait, so these two tests can just go. That's unnecessary, that's unnecessary, that's unnecessary. These are done. Let's do a quick test task here. Wow. I'm not gonna lie, this actually looks really clean. I like this toolbar a lot. Okay. Or wait. Nice. Okay. Moving on these functions. Let's get a pull request up. Getting scared by all those parameters. It's yeah, that's valid. Um, something I've definitely like something I did consider is like making a lot of these callbacks have sort of default implementations, but I go back and forth on having classes have like default arguments and parameters because then it's very easy to like abuse them and like forget to call something that I should have been calling. Um, but if I make them all required, then I have to provide it, which is great inside like the app implementation, and then it's only a pain here when there are following issues. Also, I missed. Speaking of follows, I missed Josu Jose. It's like Jose with an extra letter. But thank you for the follow. I can't believe I missed that. Did the alert sound go off? My alert sounds are on. Oh, but I have it split. Okay. It did alert. I didn't hear it because I changed the way the alert audio is handled. Huh. All right. Might have to play around with that. But let's get a pull request going here. Wait, what happened to my pull request template? Was it not in this project? I don't have a pull request template for this project. Huh. All right, we're going to steal that from our template repo really quick. And we're going to put in pull request template.md. All right, will it happen automatically on that branch or not yet? All right, maybe not. Um, we'll just paste them in here. So we'll say switching to material 3 centered at bar. Say replaces the custom toolbar we had previously with a centered top bar. With a picture of the new toolbar. Um, I do wonder. I've had issues with these running locally, but let's try them. Let's go to task list content test. Because I don't know if I have a test to. I don't think I have one. Render with no task, render no incomplete. Okay. Yeah, I don't have a test around clicking this icon and verifying that the day picker dialog comes up, uh, which is fine. I don't really need it.